Halia, the vaccines have been rolling out. How do you feel about this?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we're about to say some controversial stuff, so just prepare yourself now, okay? Whether you are for or against, you know, prepare yourselves. These are personal opinions. Please don't feel the need to try to change anyone. This is safe space.
Yeah.
This is safe space. So tell me, how do you feel with these vaccines having rolled out?
Well, from what I actually saw, like the thing on Instagram where Biden was like, by May 1st, everybody that wants it will be available to it. Honestly, I'm kind of ready for things to go back to quote normal. So I'm honestly don't mind. I already have to take vaccines for other stuff, so I'll be fine with taking it. And I believe like if I take it in faith, I'll be fine. Some people have a lot of like things about it. Oh Lord, I forgot about the AC. I don't know. You're able to hear it through the AC.
I hope that's not too loud.
But a lot of people are saying like it's of the devil, it's of this or that.
Really?
Like,
I have not heard that.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, and I'm not really on that lane. But the people that are hesitant because of how fast it's going, I understand those. But the other parts of the people saying from
that is definitely one of my biggest concerns is how quickly it was developed. Now, keeping in mind that, you know, the world scientists basically collaborated to make this happen as quickly as they could, because we have to keep in mind that it has been over a year since coronavirus started ravaging the world. So
it was just a year. It was just a year, a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks
that we had our first oh, it's been a year since, but coronavirus popped off in Asia basically like in the fall of 2019, and so I mean at least probably earlier than that, but that's when I noticed it. So I was aware of it, and I'm aware, like, you know, a lot of minds came together to make this happen. My only problem with not just this vaccination, but literally every single thing that doesn't have a long time for you to really see, is that you can't see the long-term effects. So whereas I personally am not, you know, I don't want to get the vaccination, I'm pretty sure my job's going to make me take it.
That's the
Both
thing.
my jobs, they were the reason I ever got even tested in the first place. The first time I ever got tested for COVID was because both of my jobs required it. They literally had nurses coming in to check us. Did I want to have anything stuck up my nose? No! No! It was the most uncomfortable. I cried before they did it. I did not want
Every time, or was it just the first time?
Just the first time.
Okay.
After that, they developed some more gentle, oh, we don't need to stick it like into your brain.
It's still in your nose, though.
So, you know, if it comes down to it and I get to choose, like, hey, will you go get the vaccine? I'll be like, you know, I'm good. But I have faith that everybody else will be stronger than me and go get the vaccination. because it's not that I don't believe in it. It's just like, you know, as a person who has like read a lot about history and the history of pandemics and stuff like that, I remember when the Ebola virus popped off. You know, back when Obama was president, how everyone was responding and going like, oh, this and that. So when that happened, and that was years ago, I was still like in grade school, not grade school, but basically.
I think I was like in 5th grade.
Yeah, I was pretty young. Because I'm a nerd who likes to research things about the US, I looked up all the pandemics that ever happened in the world. So that's where I learned truly learned about the Black Plague, the Spanish flu, which shouldn't be called Spanish flu because it didn't start in Spain, it started in the US. Like all that stuff. Like I'm like, wow, this is just like history. And even now I don't want to take the vaccination because it's just, we're basically all being lab rats because we're the first ones to know. We won't know what exactly is going to show up in 10, 20, 30 years. We don't know what's going to happen. I have heard a lot of things about, I haven't heard the whole it's of the devil thing, but I have heard a lot of people say like, oh, they put in like birth control and birth regulations.
Oh yeah, I've heard those too.
And I'm like, well, at least both men and women are getting it, so it's equal. We love equality. And equal, you know. But as for me, if I get the choice, I don't want to get the vaccination. That's just me being me. I have a history of hating getting shots, so
I feel that too. Like, if you don't have to, you won't get it.
I won't get it. But I really am. I'm like, everybody, please, like, go get the vaccination. Go get the vaccination. Am I a hypocrite? Just a little. But I'm not forcing you. I'm saying, like, yeah, if it's available to you, you should totally go get it. I'm not going to stop you. Because you're helping me at the end of the day, so I don't have to take it.
We're helping each other.
How many did they say? Like, 70-something% need to at least in the country to take it for it to like start to like.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like praying like, hey, a lot of people go get this.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you to go out and get that vaccine.
Go get vaccinated.
And then people are like, yeah, go get the vaccine so life can go back to normal. But
is it?
Do I want life to go back to how it was pre-COVID? I do. The only thing I miss pre-COVID are the movie theaters. The movie theaters have not opened up back down here, okay? There's one open and it's in Bonita. I don't live in Bonita. I live in somewhere else. I don't know if I should say it.
No, we never say. We always say.
I don't live in Bonita. Like I have to drive for that movie theater. I don't want to drive for a movie theater. I want to be like, I feel like seeing a movie and boom, I'm there. That's the only thing I miss. Everything else, standing close together in lines.
Oh my goodness, thank you for saying that.
I don't miss that, I don't miss that. So they have to shut down a couple of rides at the park at the amusement park so that the lines can be more spread out. I'm for it. I hate being near people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Which is funny because physical touch is one of my love languages, but I don't like being touched by people. It's just not a thing for me.
Maybe it's like people that you don't really know, or
I have to be closer to them than to be able. I don't miss. You ever see the baseball stadiums and stuff? They show like, oh, look at all the empty seats, bro. You are sitting ear to ear with someone you've never met. You probably never seen it.
Exactly.
I don't miss that. I don't miss that.
Good.
I don't miss that. You know what else? Listen, I hate wearing a mask for 12 hours a day while I'm working. I take my behind home, happy AF, to just take it off and just chill.
Breathe, yeah.
But nothing makes me happier than putting on my mask when I go around irregulars and strangers, because I don't trust none of y'all. Back when y'all were sneezing without covering your mouth, it's done. Bro, I'm so happy that life is gone. I don't want it back. I don't want it.
Oh my god. On my second job, I work in the food place, and honestly, I don't mind the mask there because I realize how much since COVID we have to be more sanitary, and how every few hours you have to have gloves, every few hours you have to wash our hands, and when we have the whole DoorDash thingy, we have to seal up everything, and I'm like, if we go back to normal, I don't think I'm gonna do DoorDash and all that.
No.
If we have to go in, people going back and eating other people's food. I don't
miss that.
Yeah.
I love my stuff being sealed. I know nobody's touching that.
Yes.
Also, people were not washing their hands before.
No,
things weren't being wiped, and I'm glad because COVID made me normal. COVID made me normal. The amount of hand sanitizer that I love to have around me, the mask, I've always wanted to wear a mask, but it's just never been normal to wear a mask in America. But guess what? Now it is. So even if it's okay, guys, we eradicated it. Gina, why are you still wearing your mask? It's a choice. It's a choice. Okay? Whatever. It's a choice. I don't want us to go back to pre-COVID life in that sense. I want us to make sure that we're cognizant, just because it's not something that could possibly kill you doesn't make it okay, we need to normalize letting people, if they're not feeling well, don't come into work. That needs to be normal.
Yeah,
okay,
that's facts.
And another thing COVID brought to light, shout out to all the internationals who now see that America's ghetto AF, bruh, ghetto AF. My FBI agent's popping off. I never liked to hear. I was born here and I never liked to hear America's ghetto. And you saw all this mess. Everyone's sitting at home watching America wow. Are we sure?
Wow, they can't even stay home?
Are we sure? Are we sure? Y'all really want to come to land of the free? Land of the stupid sometimes is what it is. A lot of times. Land of the stupid. People don't get how American patriotism can be so toxic. It makes people not think.
Facts.
Oh my gosh.
Facts.
Sometimes,
it's okay. Let it out. Sometimes, just being, I don't know, It got so complicated when it comes to that whole like being American stuff.
I think back to like the months that I was sitting at home not working and watching all the things of people protesting, not the real protests, the protests. Like when the gyms were shut down, so they started doing squats outside, and I'm like, you just proved that you don't need the gym to be open for you to exercise, because your demonstration is you exercising outside of the gym.
Exactly.
I will never forget that one. That was really people.
People are so funny, bro.
So
Basically, we don't want things to be normal.
they don't. There needs to. This is the new normal. Let's make a new normal, America.
Yeah.
New normal. That's a good platform. I should go into politics. Just kidding. They would murk me because I have too much knowledge.